Here we are.
Yes, hello. And for those watching from the post-recording, welcome back to the Learn Dota 2 League. Season 12, Week 3. Game 2, Nagaz with Attitudez versus Panic at the Rosh Pit.
Dire team back.
In the first game, Panic pulled out a Luna on the attic that Nagaz with Attitudez just did not like to see, did not like to fight, and the Disruptor sure didn't make them have any more desire to do it.
Radiant team back.
See this time if things go a bit differently. Once again, starting off with a Warlock ban.
Still don't want to see that famed Chris Warlock.
Yeah, the exact same bands actually as the first lot.
Radiant team pick.
Panic
Ooh,
actually
can I
pulling
use
out
their
the
Viper
recently.
against them? Alright. It's a bit of a flex if I do say so myself.
Team pick.
Not as inflexible, but yeah.
Outworld Devourer coming on for Nagaz with Attitudes on the other
Sort
side.
of famed 4OD.
Could be 2OD, could be 4OD, could
Dire
be
team pick.
3OD, I guess. Could be 4 Spearbreaker as well. Two guys they've run 4 in this tournament so far that they could run other lanes as well.
That's the other definition of the word flex.
So Confusion Fu, who's Gotham gonna be?
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe they're baiting them not to ban techies so they can pick them again.
Now that would be funny.
Like, you know, here's a, you know, this is a 2 pause 4 heroes, so techies can't be coming out, and bam, I'll hit them with it.
Could always do Techies 5. I mean, you shouldn't, but you could.
True.
Let's say this much. I do think there's a subtle enough difference between the playstyles of 4 and 5 that you could have the teams pause 4 play as pause 5 and have the actual pause 5 be techies if you wanted.
Another disruptor.
Yeah, pulling out that Disruptor again, not a bad idea. Did a lot of good that the last time, and he's a guy Spearbreaker never wants to look at.
Oh yeah.
Radiant team back.
Gets glimpsed back to
Dire team back.
like tier 2 or something.
Banning the Medusa out on Nagaz with Attitudes. An anti-mage on the Panic.
Manifest known for his anti-mage
Could be, I guess.
Radiant team
and
back.
Jug. I would assume so.
They don't
yeah.
want to see that Darkseer. Not a surprise. That Darkseer was doing the most work for them, basically, of anyone on the team that last round. It's a very notable thing about Nagaz with Attitudes compared to most teams in this tournament, where most teams tend to be, you know, I mentioned in this league in one of the videos in the last series. Pause 3 in this tournament so far is mostly an afterthought. You know, notably, for example, on Lich Better Have My Money, their pause 3 is actually one of the new guys to the tournament, right?
Yep.
They're not focusing a lot on this pause 3 role, but one of the exceptions to that rule is Nagaz with Attitudes actually does put a lot of thought into that pause 3. I think Backdoor Boys, the only other team in the tournament really who seems to be giving it that much thought, though that's not to say that we haven't seen some interesting plays from other pause 3s so far. I think Godlike Matt, when he played it, did a pretty good job with it. I think Big Boy LaCroix is probably the star player on This Is Sparta.
10
Yep.
seconds remaining. 5
But even
seconds
those two
remaining.
aren't really the pillars of their teams. They're just putting some good effort in on a role that's not getting a lot of thought in the comps and all that.
Another Jakiro.
Another Jakiro, shoutouts to Bagigi.
Bread and butter Page's Jakiro has strayed from it, I believe, in 1 game total, where they played Dazzle.
Right.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Thinking hard about what to do about the Jakiro. I will
So
say,
that's maybe, I mean, it could be a 3 Spearbreaker, I guess. It's still pretty flexible.
I think in the last round, Jakiro didn't actually end up coming in doing much for them. It felt like,
Right.
for the most part, especially after Centaur got that pipe, felt like for the most part it was the 2, 3, and 4 show.
Yep.
Really, the 3 and 4 show, if I'm being unfair here. Sorry to ditch, but
team pick.
Drow Ranger.
got a
Oh,
Drow
boy.
Ranger here. It's presumably a 1 Ranger.
Well,
Just
we don't
another
know.
another character that Spirit Breaker really doesn't like to see. LD doesn't like to
Yep.
see. Jakiro doesn't like to see. Kind of puts a
10
lot of
seconds
pressure on all these
remaining.
guys so far, and is pretty much demanding a counter pick at this
5
point.
seconds
Oh
remaining.
yeah. He's a counter pick to Draw Ranger. I mean, Anti-Mage who's gone, Faceless
Yeah.
Void he's gone,
Yeah.
Jug who's gone.
Yeah, they banned pretty well around it. I wouldn't necessarily call Drug counter. It's more of like a who gets the drop first there scenario for
Oh.
him.
Well, if he buys Mantis, certainly.
Brewmaster, who's
Radiant
gone.
team pick.
Yeah. Oh, there's an Ogre Magi. Must have one in every series.
That's true. 100% PB. I think literally one series so far has not had him.
Yeah.
Which means it's not 100%, but
10
you know.
seconds remaining.
Pretty close to it.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Ricky.
Alright, Ricky.
That
I think
actually,
didn't Nagaz run Manifest Pause 1 Ricky?
I believe they did one of these
Last
rounds, yeah. Very notably, Naga is actually taking a key, a note from some of the
10
playbooks of the
seconds
teams in the
remaining.
last series. Have a very early focused lineup here.
5
Yep.
seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
They saw what happened to them in the last round, and they do not want to leave that sort of doomed reality open again.
Plus their mid is some, you know, crazy late game hero. I don't think there's many in the pool anymore, honestly. You know, Medusa's gone. That's your classic.
10 seconds remaining.
Spectre is gone.
5 seconds remaining.
Got a big message here from Bajiji. It says Jakiro.
Yeah.
Do you know off the top of your head who Bajiji is?
It's Jakiro.
Yeah, it's Jakiro. What's up, Jakiro? What's going on? Taking a while, thinking over these last bans here. Not a bad idea, they are important. One of the interesting things about both these
Is it
lineups,
3 less pick on Panic? It's
It could be.
super rare.
one of the interesting things
I guess
though is
Viper
that,
could be 3.
yeah, you do have 2 flex lineups here. OD, Spirit Breaker, Viper, and Drow Ranger are all functionally question marks who could be in at least 2 positions apiece.
And we're only assuming Ricky
Dire team ban.
pause 1 because of precedent.
Right. I do think Ricky
Right.
fairly safe as pause 1.
Yeah.
It's like Nagas did come to the conclusion this is going to be a 3 last. Panic also actually seems to have the
Underlord, yeah.
idea it might be a 3 as well. They knocked out that Underlord.
5 seconds remaining.
It could be 2, 4, 5. One.
My assumption is that we're going to see Gotham on Oddworld again and have a 2 as a last
team
tier.
ban.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It's going to be a tough 2 last pick here because they've got no idea who's going to be
Dire
running mid,
team pick.
Right. No
realistically.
center.
At the very least, they're going to know a little better. There's going to be a few questions clear with the last pick here.
Yeah. For sure.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Definitely gonna need to use some reserve time. Perhaps we're actually thinking the Centaur, but
Could have
Gotta
easily.
find out
Centaur
there.
did a lot of work for him in the last game.
yep.
Goes well with most of these guys. Goes well with the Ogre Magi. Goes well with Viper in particular. Really, Centaur and Viper are not a combination of heroes that get a lot of thought, but logically speaking, pretty much fill for the wings of each other. Got an Ember Spirit.
Okay, so Viper's 3.
Yeah, it's 3, presumably 4, 1, 2, 5, or not 1, 2, 5, 1, 5, 2. Pause 5 Ember.
10
Alright.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
There are answers to Ember Spirit. Let's see if we pick one. They got
It's
a
5
while to
words.
think on it.
You can answer Ember. There we go.
Ember Spirit is counterable.
Yeah. Perfect. Got there in the end.
This is the Jakiro PR team, apparently.
Wow.
Naga's putting a lot of thought into this
Certainly
last one.
interesting. Yeah. Interested to see what they do. Could be quite a lot. We're assuming 2.
Yep. But it's not a guarantee by any stretch.
And we're not assuming 2 for Panic, and they picked a 2, so.
Right. Enigma.
Enigma. Okay. Another Gotham Enigma.
So is that going to be 2 OD? That's 2 OD.
Yep. 2 OD. Right out of left field with the Gotham Enigma.
It's 2 OD. How's 2 OD going to be in lane against Ember Spirit? I think that depends a lot on how Ember Spirit levels and plays. It'll be interesting to see
Yep.
for sure. I don't think this team is going to have quite the same ability to capitalize on the black hole as some of the other teams in the past with Nagaz have been.
Yep.
That's the biggest downside of the Enigma in this lineup is that, what does he work with? He
They have-
works with
They have
Jakiro.
OD ulti.
Works with Jakiro, he works with the Ricky if he gets Battle Fury or something like that. Yeah, the OD
OD
ult,
ult,
but like the OD ult's probably just gonna hit more or less everyone anyway. It gives him more time to build it up at least.
Yeah.
And means he doesn't have to panic hit it, but not actually as much chemistry between Enigma and the OD ult as
The
you'd
Ember
think.
super doesn't like it.
Yeah,
So
Ember.
they said something.
If Ember Spirit's in the black hole, he's pretty much gonna die, I think.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be, I think, a game where maybe the idea is to buck the traditional Enigma strategy and use Black Hole a little bit more to try and focus on
Ember's
priority
not
targets.
happy about it. See his face?
Yeah, he is pissed.
Very upset. Alright, let's go.
Prepare for battle.
As I was saying, I think the strategy here would be more to use Enigma to try and get priority guys, more to knock out the Enigma, yeah, to Black Hole himself. No, more to knock out the Enigma. I said it again, how did I do that? To knock out the Ember Spirit, to knock out the Drow Ranger, maybe the Viper if you're feeling particularly hungry, or if you don't think you're gonna get many ops, but...
Yep.
That's 2 guys who don't have anything to say about Black Hole either. Let's see the win probability. Favoring NWA
53.
so far.
For some reason.
It's very odd.
30 seconds to battle.
I like how
Gabe
on the
personally doesn't like some of those heroes.
I like how on the graph it just says panic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I call down the thunder! Good work!
I thought that
I called on the thunder. Good work. I thought that was you. That's good.
Some
That's
nice
good voice line
respect.
combinations. Yeah.
Nice respect from
Battle
Ogre to Disruptor.
begins.
You know, good team coordination.
Yeah.
Just,
2 for 2.
Yep, nothing strange happening with these bounties though. The
Although-
attic is going to get a
Yeah.
little messed up by Luke's here. Not much.
Gonna bother him a bit. Doesn't have that bash, so.
Yep, Spirit Breaker level 1 cannot do a lot. He kind of needs 2
Yeah,
levels to do anything.
His skills mostly work in complement with each other, so level 1 SB is just kind of awkward.
I've theorized that Pause 3 Spirit Breaker might be able to do some good. He appears to have some sort of corrupted symbol by his name, actually. It's nice.
Yeah.
Old replay.
I see
Everybody
that.
does.
Alright. It's those Dota Plus icons where they would normally be.
Yeah. I've been theorizing about how well a Pause 3 Spirit Breaker would go in the new Spirit Breaker format. Let's see how he
Theorize
runs
no
it.
more.
Yeah, let's see how he runs it, how good it does, how it matches theory. It's gonna be tough for Ricky in this lane till he hits 6.
Yep.
These are two guys who have a lot of ability to bully him. Especially with that glimpse. That glimpse can, to a degree, if not nullify the blink strike, at the very least, they can make him worried about, you know, I have to save a blink strike so I don't just die instantly. Ogre Magi angrily dropping eggs everywhere. I denied one of his Enigmites, that's sad.
Denied 2 of his Enigmas.
You sure did. Enigma team killing. It's his own kind, man. It's his own kind. So far, Enigma, or not Enigma, why do I keep doing that? Ember Spirit, top of the charts here with the last hits.
Got that Gotham Enigma on the mind.
Yeah, I sure do. No, I just keep saying it because it's the first E name in my brain right now for some reason. I wish it would stop. Page is taking quite a bit of offense down here. Manifest Destiny having to use quite a bit of regen as well. Notably, they had to bring multiple sets into this lane. Ping! Pages is so low.
Certainly not an enviable lane to be up against.
Oh no.
For Viper.
Viper is very momentum heavy, pause 3. If Viper is able to just kind of bully you and run you over, then he is one of the best posters in the game. But on the other hand, if you can stand up to the guy at all, if you have that ability, right, then he really doesn't do anything for you. Right. Not only does he easily crumble, he usually easily dies.
Yep.
If he's in a lane where the pause 5 can kind of run him over, then he gets nothing for it. Ricky gets the big jungle creep there.
Like if he was against that ogre lane, for instance.
Yeah.
Luckily, he's not.
Yep.
He's up against a pretty passive lane. You know, Ricky
Niantic.
not necessarily a...
Niantic might be dead here. Yep.
Oh,
Gotham takes first blood, knocking out Niantic. That's what you
Alright.
always want to see if you're in a position like this. If you're the down team, first blood on the enemy pause 1, that's a dream come true, man.
Yep.
But
Ricky.
second blood might also be on a pause 1 here. Ricky really in deep here. I think bit of a miscue on Page's part there. Being a little closer to that would have let him blink strike out pretty early.
And this
really
lane is
doing much.
quite unplayable for the
Yeah.
Radiant here. Just have to weather the storm,
Yep.
you know?
I would say the most ideal thing possible to happen here would be a gank coming in for them, but unfortunately, well, fortunately they do have one guy who's really good at getting some ganks. Looks like once again we're going to be putting a lot of thought into dealing with Trash Boat here, as the entire Radiant offlane is starting to position themselves on him.
They
Pages
changes their
are waiting
mind.
for that bounty. Notably, even though Ricky is in quite an unenviable scenario, notably he actually still has more last hits than Niantic. That first blood on
Not
Niantic
anymore.
really, yeah, not anymore, but up until that exact moment. That first blood on Niantic really,
Oh boy.
really put a strain on his ability to do much here. There's a multi-shot, really doesn't get anything for it.
Yeah, because he still had the Malefice on him.
Yep.
It's a bit sad.
It's a surprisingly nasty combo in lane, the Spirit Breaker and Enigma setup.
Right.
Again, very traditional for how Nagaz has been playing in this tournament so far. They like to have these really offense-heavy, these, you know, Madman-style offlanes.
Yeah.
Still the Jakiro PR team, if you were wondering.
Wow.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Shoutouts.
Shoutouts to Jakiro. And Ricky is really in trouble here. He's gonna die.
Oh, yep.
That
Radiant's bottom tower is
can't
under
really tell you what was going through his mind there, to be honest with you. That was just kind of a little bit of a lapse in judgment, maybe? Lapse in concentration, was looking at something else.
I mean, they're super diving his T1. Where else should
That's
he go?
true. Well, where else should he go? I mean, the not to the grave is the answer to that. Once again, I
Right.
think good Blink Strike could have probably got him out of there without much trouble.
Ember says, you have been
Damage.
just in case you were
I
wondering.
have been, huh?
Viper. Oh, he's super dead, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's really good for them. They actually even did that without a gank in their lane. I don't know how exactly, but
I know, that dual breath, insidiously powerful. On top of, you know, the Ricky damage, you know, he out levels them by 1.
right. Enigma just trying to Enigma saying, "Oh, do you wanna stack this camp? Thanks, bro."
Yeah,
Ogre
we'll
Magi
take a
just
bit
has
of,
to
bit of punishment for
yep.
it.
Getting a little slapped for it, but Ogre Magi ultimately just has to watch most of this this stacked up camp get away from him.
Yep.
Comrade Chris actually was forced to try to use his W to pull the lane, to get the creeps to come pull his lane, but he actually slowed the
Oh, Rosh
creeps too
Kuro.
much they couldn't do it.
He's dead, Jakuro.
Yep. Just got run over here by this combo down a bot. The good news is Viper getting quite handily fed.
Oh,
Man,
boy.
nobody's in town to give Ricky an exit here.
Oh,
He's making a break for the creep waves. It's too late.
that is sad. He was so close to 6.
Yeah. 16 would have been fine. We got some wacky stuff happening up here top.
Oh,
Disruptor comes in just to casually drop the bomb on the other captain here.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah.
A
is under
little
attack.
unnecessary, but he got the kill.
high
the important
damage
thing.
Irelings.
Yeah. I think the ultimate, really probably the best thing that that Nagaz could do at this point is just try to end this whole lane idea as early as possible. I don't know why
Yep.
Ditch just got tipped there.
Ricky and Enigma heading to mid, so.
Ditch is still building like the traditional pause 4 OD, notably.
Nah, I think Meteor Hammer is just.
Getting absolutely trashed here. Does not even put himself in jail to
Yep.
try and delay the game there.
You've been disrupted.
He's been disrupted, what can I tell you?
You think this might be like a morale shatter for the Nagaz with attitude here?
Radiant's bottom
Potentially.
tower is under
They're
attack.
Or just
certainly
a momentary lapse, you know? It happens.
Right.
You know, every one of us has died
A
and
gift from
looked
the
at our skills and been like, ah, could have used that.
Right.
It's when it starts to happen more that it's time to worry.
Right. But yeah, as I was saying before that happened, I think the best thing we could do here at this point is if I'm Nagaz, try to end lane phase as soon as possible. Try to start beating people up.
As is kind of
That will,
happening here.
yeah, that will be
Bring up
the
the
best
throw.
possible solution. Enigma's here, but he
Oh,
does
Ember's
not
here.
actually have 6 yet. Drow going down. Perfect timing on the Meteor Hammer. Ember Spirit's gonna lose half his HP.
Is under attack.
They traded away their own pause 3 for the enemy pause 1, and that is, on
Yep.
this day, that's definitely a trade worth making.
Right.
Ultimately got a slight amount more money, too.
You have the things of eternity.
Alright, Chikiro.
Another bomb, and Viper
Ooh.
is struck.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay,
Another
good.
kill for Gotham. Gotham actually picking up a lot of these kills. Normally, the pause 4 getting a...
Radiant's
Oh,
middle
Manifest
tower
Destiny
is
just
under
ate
attack.
Disruptors somewhere.
Dire's top tower
Normally, the
is
pause
under
4
attack.
getting a disproportionately large amount of kills would not be an ideal thing if you're
Dire's
fighting early like this,
structures
but
are fortified.
on a hero like Enigma, that's not really so bad.
Yep.
It's not that Enigma, like, shouldn't farm. It's not like he gets nothing from money. I would say of the quote-unquote support heroes in the
Dire's
game,
top
he's
tower is under
probably
attack.
the guy who gets the most use out of money overall.
Radiant's
He doesn't
bottom
get quite
tower
as much
is
as,
under
like, a
attack.
full
Dire's
strength
top
core,
tower
but...
has fallen.
I feel like he's kind of like Magnus in that he just needs, you know, arcane boots blink shard, and that's it. Pretty much.
Yep. But there's a difference between needs and wants for a hero like Enigma, and Enigma can get a lot of use out of that wants category.
Yeah.
You know, all you need is blink, but you can be really nasty, really effective with, you know, this combination of stuff.
Yep.
I'll take that.
Can be really nasty with a lot of things, actually.
Bit of a congregation at the mid lane.
Also gets a lot of use out of BKB as well.
Yep.
It's a very large item to get, but if you can get it, it solves a lot of your problems.
So they have level 6 in the Enigma, they don't have blink. Although...
Gonna drop a hammer on Ember Spirit's head,
Ooh,
barely mistimes it.
dodge.
Gets a good dodge. Enigma getting, he's fine. Alright. Just barely avoids, tragedy there. Disruptor actually doing what I was calling for the Enigma play there by very casually just trying to use it for a use his ult for a VIP rather than save it for the team
Dire's
fight.
middle tower
Yep.
is under attack.
A lot of pings going on in a very short time. Midnight Pulse.
Oh boy.
Oh man, no black hole necessary. Comes out for Viper though.
Yep. Okay, very good.
Made sure at the very least to kill Viper without dropping it. I think Viper was going to die either way, which is a bit unfortunate to have for a black hole, but
Draws
still.
a lot of space.
Sure does.
And we've seen what draws the space will do in this tournament so far.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Ogre
Oh,
Magi. Blocked up right on his head. Oh, this is bad. You know, all these guys sitting at very low health, but Ricky coming in.
Oh,
Ricky's
Drow's
full,
here.
but Drow popped in. Got the kill on Luke's. Trash Boat knocks out Pages.
You must train harder.
Alright.
3 and 5. They're looking hard. They want Gotham. Nothing in their life they've ever wanted more than Gotham in this moment. They
It's a
know
slight-
that blink isn't actually there yet.
Yep.
I don't know why Gotham's hanging around here, man. This is not the time to be doing this.
Meant to be
Radiant's
digging.
middle tower is under attack.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine, but only because they left a little early.
SB. Gonna...
Looking to
Look
do
at that
something
Drow
here. To do
Ranger.
more.
Yeah. Oh, look at the Viper, actually. Ooh, another good timed. OD certainly knows what to do with that meteor hammer.
Sure does. Ember
Uh-oh.
Spirit might die to the tower damage here. Oh no, Viper calls it on himself at the very last second to save.
Alright, good stuff.
Gets a Viper
OD's
strike
dead.
out on OD. Casually dies in the attic. That ain't no good. Just changed
Boy.
the top net worth in the server
Has fallen.
as a result
Yeah,
of that.
certainly. OD was top, just maybe like a minute and a half ago.
Yep. Also, Enigma took a spill there. That is bad juju, man. I do think the two things there. I think hanging out around that T1 at like half health probably did not do them favors there, and I think the use of Black Hole and Viper. I don't think Viper was the VIP to do here. If you're gonna do a one-man Black Hole, that is all about Drow here. Drow or
Ember,
Ember. And Ember was already dead at that moment, so not many options left. Is Ricky just gonna casually die now? Nope.
They don't have
He's
vision.
fine.
I mean, they do. It was just...
Not on Ricky.
Ogre Attitudez just made the judgment call not to pop it.
Dire's top tower
It's
is
still
under attack.
very, very low.
Yeah.
It's not actually have his
Radiant's
Diff Blade yet.
bottom tower
Diff
is
Blade
under
is going
attack.
to be a big deal. One of the worst things that can happen if you're trying to clear out whenever you're forming together a
There
big
it
black
is.
hole. Yep. One of the worst things that can happen when you're trying to clear out, when you realize you're in that black hole formation. You don't want to see a Diff Blade popping up on you. You don't want to see that big slow. I believe Enigma just stunned a creep.
Flames rush forth.
OD
Happens.
is
Oh,
OD
yeah, he's-
is in the kind of city that you can't say on public TV.
Yep.
Boy, that did not go well for him.
Kind of gets bowled over there.
I think we have a little bit of miscomms going on. Uh-oh, manifest.
Oh boy.
That's a good dodge with that little tricks of the trade, I think it is.
Yep,
I always forget
it is.
the name of that one. Good dodge with the tricks of the trade.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Completely saved his life there. I think he was 100% dead otherwise. Just gonna run down this tower now.
Yep, just pull over tier 2.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, we'll fight
Here
for
comes a
this.
Spirit Breaker, but
Oh, the
right
chain!
into Drow. Wrong place to go. Enigma's hungry. Enigma is starving. Never in his life has he wanted anything more than this, and this is what he got. Black hole on both the Ember Spirit and Drow Ranger.
Shroud's
and
dead
both of
Ember's
them are
scared to
dead.
Die for it as well. Alright.
That is exactly what Gotham's been looking for so far.
If you look at the optics, that didn't look like that sick of a black hole, you know, ended pretty quickly, but it did
ended
keep them in
2
place. Yeah, it kept them in place long enough for the rookie to clean up.
And ensured that Disruptor and Ogre Magi had to drop everything they were doing and deal with it.
Yep.
Immediate shift to that attention capacity. It's more of that mental
Dire's
Dota game.
bottom tower is under attack.
Right?
Bajiji called something whack at one point. No further elaborations, I have no idea what. Well, goodbye, OD.
Almost like
There, that was lack.
OD
Now
probably
we know.
thinks that was a bit whack, yeah, if you asked them.
No, don't do it!
Ooh, where are the bashes? Alright, Gabe.
And now he's just gonna die! That's so sad! Well, maybe not, Ricky's here.
Nah. Ogre's
It's actually Ogre
gonna
who's
die.
going to die. Ember Spirit and Viper's showing up the back of the line though.
Ooh.
Just gonna clean up now. Ricky down, Jakiro down, everybody's dying. Jakiro making
Yep.
as much of a mess as possible on his way out, but
What did you
no avail at all. Ouch. Disruptor gets tipped.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
all of
under
that
attack.
for one of a
Radiant's bottom
bash.
tower has fallen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gabe. Twice today he screwed us over. Next he's gonna kick us out the
Sure.
Shanghai Major.
Yeah. Just try to avoid any pornography jokes,
Right.
and we'll be fine.
Don't quote Mr. Plow.
Yeah, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
feels good? Give it.
You know, there's an old saying I've heard once, right? Never refuse gold given.
Art for art's sake is an empty phrase.
Art for gold given.
Yeah.
That is
It's
the
a
art that
super
I'm
empty
searching
phrase.
Are scanning.
for. Oh, damn.
You have a deceptive
ending.
scan, because it just
Yeah.
caught Ember like skirting around the outside of the pit, but now,
Now it
They
looks
think
like
they're
they're there,
Rosh.
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Bit unfortunate.
Drop a midnight pulse and get it out of there. That'll show
Rosh will be
him.
mildly annoyed by that. Actually, it does no damage
Radiant's
to him
top
at all.
tower is under attack.
Very sad.
Tower just getting demolished up here top. Not even an attempt making
Radiant's
defended,
top
though we
tower
are
has
kind of
fallen.
positioning ourselves. Ah, OD almost got caught
the
out there. They're
charge.
looking for him. At least Natic is. Oh
Still
no,
a charge.
Enigma! Enigma just got completely demolished there. He's buying back. He doesn't want to miss this opportunity, brother. He sees what's happening here. He likes it. He likes to look at this. He's coming in, trudging. Here he is.
Oh, the disruptor
Ricky
ball
gets
cancels the
annihilated. Oh no! Oh, mamma mia! What happened?
play. Lost confidence. He thought he got no one.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, dude. You're gonna see a grown man crying on air today. That is the saddest thing I have ever seen.
Radiant structures
That's
are
just-
fortified.
Like a millisecond earlier, he just would have canceled it, like the animation, without using it. But
Oh
Just
my
millisecond.
god, he got
Yeah.
both the cores too. Oh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, that's no bueno. That is no bueno, brother.
It's definitely a shame.
Gonna lose the
Radiant's
T2
top
up here
tower
as well.
has fallen.
That was his dieback as well. He's gonna be missing that.
Mine.
Missing the money for a long time, and now they might really do Rosh? No. Nope, don't even need it, I would say. This is getting painful, man. I think there's been a morale collapse. I don't think you see a play like that without a morale collapse.
boy.
So they are mad. They're saying, okay, yeah, that happened,
Go
but
leave Viper up.
at the very least, we're not giving up. Trying to pull things back together after
Just what I need.
the sinking of the Titanic there.
Right.
Gotta smoke out, looking for Neatic. I don't think they're gonna get him. Especially now they just walk from the lane. He's here! They are right.
Oh,
He is there.
He's there. Yeah. That's the point.
But nobody ever wants to walk
Yeah.
upstairs.
Oh boy.
Oh, Drow didn't see it. Drow didn't get the silence off in time. Losing so much HP so fast. Ogre tries to force Staffer out, but no avail. Very casually melting. Ember Spirit means they just can't keep this line of action up anymore.
That is the person you want, and they're gonna rob her of the stack.
Yep. Comrade Chris stepping a little out of line there.
Alright. OD gives him some time to think before his inevitable death. It's always the saddest way to die, you know, to see awkwardly long astral when you know you're gonna die. You're just like, hands off the keyboard, boys. I'm dead.
Always a tragedy. That was a good series there. They still have to get one more guy before it can really be called a complete success, and they might be getting him here.
Oh, yeah.
Does not
Doesn't
actually have any
full.
remnants on the field.
Oh boy. He is Ricky silenced. Yeah.
Yep. Ouch.
Okay. They're getting the picks they need.
Yeah, that was a good series. After the disaster that was the fight at the top T1.
You know,
Well,
Paul
top T1's
just
ruins.
came back up. If he wants to redeem himself.
After the disaster that was the fight at the top T1, that is exactly what they wanted to see. While they do have a very early game oriented team, it is not the doomsday clock scenario that you usually see with a lineup like this.
Yep.
In that as long as a black hole, a good black hole could potentially go out, there's still some hope. Well, maybe you find Disruptor here? No. I don't wanna engage without a smoker. They're just gonna drop some vision, get out.
Yep.
Disruptor
We'll
has
mess up that
realized
creep wave.
something.
I'll take that.
Neither team really seems to want to fight each other right now.
Yeah.
Ping! A 91-200 is crying. C clip. Kind of changed the posturing to be around the Rosh pit.
Yeah.
Very interesting here.
Still first Rosh, so it's only the Aegis.
Notably, Spirit Breaker's kind of going so far for like an old-fashioned pre-rework Spirit Breaker build. Does
Yeah.
have a... I believe he's building towards BKB. Didn't even get to charge the illusions he was after.
I'm gonna grab a Silver Edge, which is...
Yeah, Silver
bad.
Edge. Very good here. It's a lot of good passes to knock out that thing.
The Viper and the Drow being the main targets.
Yep. Doing a bit of fancy art here. Ends up taking a stack at the end. The stack she was looking for earlier when her untimely death happened. Not the exact same one, but you know.
I think it was a 3 or 4 stack.
Oh
and she
no,
only
but
had 2.
Gigi actually clipped it. It's the
Yeah,
worst
clipped.
moment. Poor Gotham dude, he's gonna be telling this therapist about that for the rest of his life.
Sad. Like, what? You need a clip of the, it's only on YouTube, but the sick black hole that ended the last
Yeah.
Gotham Enigma game. Ooh, he's hasted.
Retroactively scream that. OD is just dead.
They almost killed Ember, but that haste rune, man.
Yep. Always seems to come up when you want to see it the least.
Luck seems to be strictly against Nagaz here.
Yeah, lots of unfortunate things happening to them this game.
Someone must have broken a mirror this morning.
I'm not gonna say who I think did it, but you know, if I'm thinking about people who presumably broke a mirror.
I assume you're pinging someone right now.
Oh no, I'm just trying to keep the camera focused
Oh,
on
okay.
Gotham. Uh-oh, speaking of
Oh, boy.
focused on Gotham,
Ooh,
that's what
good
the
blink.
entire enemy team
Good.
is.
Ah,
And away he goes, just vanished off the face of this earth. And
I believe
suddenly,
we just jinxed him.
suddenly the
Sorry,
confidence,
Gotham.
yeah, confidence is all over the Dire now as they are just tearing people to shreds without a thought in the world. Hero
The
just
kiss of
falling.
death there.
That's what he gets for playing the
Gotham.
goddamn weird technical difficulty at the start of the last game on me. Sorry,
Poor
revenge.
Poor Gotham.
At least my revenge, you know.
Yeah. I have nothing to do with this. I'm still a big Gotham fan.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Shine has fallen to the dark.
There you go.
Apparently, the relevant series in question is already over. That it's very
Yeah.
interesting to hear. Can't wait to see that.
I did notice a forfeit in that series actually. Game 2.
It's very tragic. I hope he
Not sure
didn't.
what happened there.
Yeah, I
but-
hope it wasn't he forfeited the series to show. That would be very tragic.
I believe it's 2-0 against
Just what I need.
London. It's a London forfeit
Yeah.
game 2.
Well, London didn't forfeit because he wasn't there.
Oh,
He was
okay.
standing this week.
Someone, yeah,
Somebody on
something
his
happened that
Probably.
required a forfeit on the London team.
I always forget his name because it's a bit of a. It's a lot of vowels on it. What's the guy with the Portal 2 avatar? Probably was a standing captain here.
Just couldn't fill out
Probably.
their team, maybe. I mean, you
Could
know,
be,
we'll
yeah.
see.
Could be they just legitimately couldn't get a stand-in. There was actually thought that there might be a forfeit in round 1. Actually, looked like only at the last second did they get somebody.
But you know,
That's not
Anyway.
particularly pertinent, is it? So, I mean, if you are watching at home, you're one of those two teams, I guess.
oh Ricky, man,
Just
Oh,
evaporated.
God.
Oh no, no, no! Oh
I pray for you, man.
no!
I'm cracking open a cold one for you tonight, man. You
The
know,
worst day of Gotham's life. This is a live game. Oh man.
Radiant's middle tower has
Oh
fallen.
man. Is that it?
I
They do have buybacks. They're down all their ults. I don't know if they can
Radiant's middle
get
tower
much
is
done
under
even if they do
attack.
buy. Joe with that ogre buff, man, is just tearing towers to shreds.
yeah.
Bloodlust ain't
Radiant's middle
anything to
tower
mess
has
with.
fallen.
And there goes the Rex. We're gonna have a GG.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
They're gonna hang on for at least a little while longer.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Loses
that
this
way.
bot Q3. Gonna lose it entirely before anything comes of it.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, goodbye, OD. It's been nice knowing you, man.
It's a good clip. Enigma cancels Black Hole and makes a 91-200 cry.
It does. This is horrid. This is
Sorry,
horrendous.
God.
This is a
Radiant's
Greek
bottom
tragedy.
barracks are under
The
This-
worst
say no
luck
Greek
I've ever
tragedy.
seen. Seriously, like the worst luck I've ever seen in a Dota game, you know? Ember gets a haste rune randomly. Spirit Breaker gets 0 bashes on a disruptor. Like, what's happening, man?
And everybody dies as a result. We had the black hole that got canceled, the black hole that got nobody.
Radiant's
Who did
top
you
tower
guys
is under
anger?
attack.
What happened?
And it all started with that weird thing at the beginning. Game Newell
Yeah.
cursed the Nagas with attitude.
What is happening?
Maybe Gabe N is the one who killed Biggie, and he doesn't want the word getting out. Thinks these guys are fighting for him.
Luck stat 0, man. I'm sorry.
Drow Ranger getting a little roasted here, but
It's a casual
Yeah.
megas, you know?
very casual. Everybody on the Radiant up. There's no ability to fight in through this. Does have that BKB, but nothing.
Wait, finish their food in here.
Nope.
Oh, sad.
OD going down. OD buying back though. Everybody on Dire really low, but even with Dire so low, they still just can't manage to get anything done by this point.
It's your megas.
Oh man, that sure sucked. Gotham calls a GG.
That's it.
Oh mamma mia.
I'm very sorry.
Radiant's middle tower.
All I can do to analyze that game is just offer my condolences. What more? I apologize.
So hey, since you're going to have to wait no time, you want to stick around for the interview segment?
No.
Damn! Antisocial Randy. You gotta at
Sorry.
least analyze the game?
Yeah, I'll analyze the game by offering my condolences. The worst luck I've seen in this tournament, perhaps so far.
Oh yeah, that was nasty. That
You know,
was
just to add to the little curse, Ricky's KDA is 666. This is the most cursed game I think I've ever
ever.
seen.
This is
Yeah.
is like this sort of thing usually only happens to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that that all being said, you got any closing comments on the actual match itself? Anything besides that? I think the OD build. The OD build was good at killing individual people, but I think they needed more tank as a team for him to be able to do anything. It's the thing with OD.
The continued success of the Drow Ranger.
It's the thing with OD. He's just made of glass, man. You know, you have you thought about the guy and he blows up. Having some more HP on him would have been good. Having some more defensive-oriented items on that Spirit Breaker would have been good. You can't really have OD without a traditional pause 3. And I think Spirit Breaker can build that way. He didn't do it here, but I think he can build that way, just not today.
Maybe next week we'll start to see more Drow Ranger bans, because it's definitely, you know, you have your in-tournament metas, and Drow Ranger is looking deadly.
Yeah, that's true. So far, basically every Drow pick has been a massive success. So, anything else to add?
And that's about it.
Alright, if you or somebody you know would like to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg. This was Randy, but I'm not actually done here.
Yeah, goodbye, friends.
Everyone got to hear my text-to-speech for 1 second. Alright.
Hey, what's up?
We got a special guest right here, right now. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up? I'm a magician. Yeah.
And what sort of magic do you do?
I do some pause 5 magic, a little pause 3. The pause 5 is mostly just feeding, though. It's a magic trick.
So this
Yeah.
is Magician, who is notable. He is the captain of the Radiant Straits, who we've seen achieve quite a lot of success at this tournament so far. Has a bit of an announcement for us all. What do you got to tell us all today, Mr. Magician?
Yeah, so we have a tournament coming up, Magician Tournament. So the first season of tournaments starts for, so season 1 is Mystic. And that's kicking off this January. January 7th and 8th is a 2-day tournament. It's just for a small prize for just some immortal treasures this time. But then as we go on, as we build up the tournament, things will get a little spicier. But that's just to kick off the tournament series.
I've heard the phrase "cash prizes" for future rounds mentioned.
Yes, cash prizes are being looked at for future rounds. Yeah, it was originally going to be for this round, but then I ended up switching it to something smaller just to give people a little taste, and then we'll go up. Yeah.
All right. Let's say I'm trying to sign up for this series. How do I get it done?
You would go to magiciangaming.com, and there is a sign up page there, and you just put your name. You put a screenshot of two previous proof of two previous series seasons with RD2L, LD2L, or AD2L, and then or proof of currently playing in one of the series. That also works. You only need one of those, and then you would put your team name and your captain as well, and your email address.
How about stand-ins? Any what's the standard for our stand-ins here for this tournament?
So stand-ins are going to function the same way. You do not have to sign up, but I would require the captains get me all that information when they announce to me that they are taking a stand-in for the tournament.
All right. So, any other interesting things you can drop? Pog Magician says definitely not Kai. Any other interesting facts about this tournament that we got going on here?
Well, we actually have an old LD2L player, also played in RD2L and AD2L, Chocolate Pie, or Choco, is going to be co-casting with me, and then you guys are going to be casting in the other group. And so so we'll have Chocolate Pie. He's a pretty big favorite at LD2L, so I know people are pretty excited to have him back. Yeah.
So that's January 7th. This series is going to begin. If you're a spectator, obviously you probably want to sign up in advance if you're looking to do something like that, or sign up for a stand-in. And yeah, you're going to get to hear us. Isn't that great? You're also going to get to hear the Magician here. How many teams you got in this lineup so far?
Right now, so the max that I'm keeping right now is 8. Right now, I think we have I think 3 people who have signed up. So
there's still plenty of
people
space
are still putting
here,
teams together. Yeah.
Still quite a way to get yourself into this tournament. So, Magician's very own tournament coming up soon. Hopefully goes a little more interesting than his games went today, if the word on the street is anything to go by.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no Smurfs like we had in this game today. So.
Is that what happened? They had a Smurf and got DQ'd?
Well, we were looking into the profile and he wouldn't open it up for us. So.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Why? That's okay. Maybe he was actually just a herald and he didn't want anybody to know.
Well, he was Guardian 2. He's Guardian 2. Or Crusader 2, I mean, so.
Right.
I don't know.
Well,
yeah.
that was a bit of a treat. We're going to have the link down there in the description. So if you are watching, well, I mean on the YouTube version, obviously we're not going to have the link in the description of the Twitch channel, but if you are watching at home on YouTube and you want to sign up for this tournament, or know somebody who might, or what have you, head on over to that link right there. Get you set up nice and quick, and make sure to actually provide the documentation and not just be a funny troll trying to sneak in and pub stomp. And with that, I think that's it's about long and short here. You have any commentary on the Nagaz versus Panic at the Rosh Pit game that you definitely just witnessed and weren't just playing a game yourself?
Yeah, no, I watched it. I don't have a whole lot to say besides the fact that I was not expecting that loss, man.
I
thought Gotham was gonna take it.
That black hole, oh, it broke my heart. The two heartbreaking black holes. The worst day. We have recorded live on tape. The worst day in Gotham's life. Like I said in the call, he's gonna be telling that to his therapist for ages to come. So, as always, if you or somebody you know wants to take part in this, ld2l.gg. If you want to take part in the Magician Tournament, I'm going to have the link for that in the description. And that's all the time we have for today. So, I'm Anani. This is Not Randy. Say goodbye, Not Randy.
Oh, is that me? Goodbye.
Yeah, it's you. All right.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Night.